Hello everyone. How are you? Hope you all are doing okay, and I hope you all are keeping yourself safe and warm in this weather. However, in Jamaica at this time it is rain. Some areas are worse than some. If you are not in Jamaica, brace yourself for climate change, and I hope you all are prepared at all times, because listen to me, with Mother Nature, we don't know when the storm or hurricane or anything pertaining to weather is going to hit. So always have your precautions up. Now guys, I come to you with an update on the Cushane Carter situation, and my heart is heavy because you know what? I am just so sick and tired of our Jamaican men just throwing away their lives because they feel like overconfident, they got this, or because of feeling of entitlement, like them think them rich, them feel like them can do anything, but instead just throw away them lives for no specific reason. Sometimes I wonder if most of us, this goes to men and women, you ever sit and think about next week, next month, next year. Everything right now is about instant gratification and not about consequences. I do not understand this. I remember my grandmother always say, you see, if as a human being you don't have self-control, you basically lose already. Because self-control is everything. Because anything that you're planning to get done or anything that you want to achieve, self-control is your guiding light to where you want to be. Now this man, Carter, he make ready eye and momentary weakness for the flesh put him into this. Listen, oh, one man weakness for the flesh going to mash up a whole brand, the Carter family. These people have contracts and brand deals with all the major brands in the USA and even some in Jamaica, because even with Miss Birdie, together they have been a force. Now mind you, in all relationships nothing is perfect, you know. If you're looking for perfection, that not there now. But you know what, in a relationship it comes with compromise, and in so doing Chrissy and CMR complement each other and they make a good team along with the children who are growing so well put together. I just love it. Now CMR, with him careless thinking and him momentary lapse in judgment, tip the whole scale right now, because based on reports that are coming out of the courthouse, he actually did try after Chris's daughter, the eldest one. And I'm not going to dwell on that part of it in terms of highlighting her too much, because she's a minor. And right now, this child is supposed to be utterly confused, distressed, because in her heart, she's smart and very knowledgeable, and she didn't want to mash up anything. But at the end of the day, these things, it start little by little until it just get worse. So obviously it was annoying to her, and then only to find out, no, it was not one time, it was not two times, it's been a few times. Listen to me, CMR. You see, anything you get, you fi take. Me angry. What gave you the audacity and feeling that you should look at a underage child. Aren't your father? Your father have 4 girls. Oh man like you get 4 girl pitney. It just goes to show you have no respect or loyalty to your wife, Chrissy Carter. That is why, I always tell people, you see this love game that you people keep spouting every day and don't even understand what it means? Me no want that from nobody. You see anybody around me, me want from them respect. Upon a love thing. Respect. Because you see, if you respect a person, you don't do anything to put them in disrepute. You don't do anything to hurt them. You don't do anything to hurt your family out of respect. Because love, you don't do anything same way and still shout love. I know that things like this happen in other races. But right now, me a Jamaican and me talking about Jamaicans. I am utterly and tired and sick of Jamaican people tearing down and bringing down brand Jamaica. Make we looking like we all some careless people. Me say would I rather hear say you go cheat again with some people from outside. Honestly, while I don't condone cheating, me just know say a part of life we not gonna get her from cheating. People will cheat. You want to tell me say as a big man 35-year-old you couldn't find no bigger steering woman out a road where you couldn't find where you could have a situationship with them where you can at least have some kind of understanding and respect to the fact say he's a married man. But yet still in the one who sports on a gallus and yes still not seem if you can find a sensible woman where in case you go cheat with respect. You don't come from when I say that. You understand? Because we all been there sometime or the other. But this that you are being charged for right now and that has wrecked your whole family. This not look good. This not look good for no level. Cushane, Carter, you are cancelled. We not have no respect for you no more. And wait, me more ask Chrissy something. And right now I don't really want to come down on Chrissy. But Chrissy, you never pick up no vibes. You never pick up no feelings. You never notice something. You know what? Me know everybody life different and how people deal with things different. But let me tell you something. You see, in my household and people close to my heart, even if it's not at home, once a people around regular, me always can pick up vibes and feelings and things where it's not right. Or pick up things that out of place. I saw a lady put out a video and I'm going to, when I do another upload, I'm going to find that video. And it caused a lot of controversy on Facebook where the children were going out to do some trick-or-treat and the eldest daughter had on just jeans pants. I'm telling you, she has grown because she full out her pants and so on and shaped like woman, you know what I mean? And let me tell you something. Even when he's videoing, if anyone can go look at it, and he's videoing the children going to this Halloween trick-or-treat thing, the videos that he's doing is not really looking at the other children the way how he's picking up this young girl butt and curves as she walk. Look at it for yourselves. Because I saw it on Facebook, I went to view the video and I was looking at it like really looking and go over it and look again and so on and saying maybe he's picking up the children and she just happened to be in the video that way. But really and truly, if you look at the video, she and her curves is what Seymour really was picking up, and then you can just see the children in a fleeting glance. Because if you check it out really and truly, he has not fully picked up the children in their Halloween outfit from top to bottom, the way how he's picking her up in her jeans pants and her curves. Grown folks, who have experience, go look at it for yourself. Hopefully I'll find it to put in this upload, but if not, and you guys want me to, I will pick out clips out of it and put in another video. And when I saw, because I wasn't really looking at it, but overall during videos I've noticed that I always follow watch Chrissy work, the Carter family, CMR, and he talk about music and all that. And I've noticed that the little girl, she always seem to not entangle herself. I know teenagers, them all want in one space and them separate themselves. I understand all that. But I was always saying she always try not to be too involved, like with other children would be saying something and jumping up and so on and thing. And I noticed it. But you know what? Sometimes you don't want to overthink things, say something is off there. But to be honest, for the life of me, I would never ever be thinking that CMR is going after her, knowing that Chris is supposed to be a Taliban, or that's the impression that we have. Because I'm not expecting Chrissy to suspect anything and not do anything about it. Only to find out that really and truly it was not Chrissy who reported this incident, No. If you read through the report that I'm going to put up in this video, you will see that it wasn't from Chrissy reporting it that the police were called. That is why it's utterly amazing that Chrissy was the one that go and to bail him out on his bond. Of course, she only paid the 10% deposit and he's bonded out. But I'm thinking she could have used somebody else. But really and truly, in this time, it's not everybody have money, and the only place the money would be circulating would be in the family. So I want to knock her for that, but I couldn't go to bail him out. No, I couldn't. I'm going to say this to you, Chrissy. As I said, I'm not coming up on you too hard right now. Is this. You need to more be attentive and pay attention to your girls, especially them round people. In this day and age, whether you have boy or girl children, you have to pay attention to the two of them, because the two of them are getting assaulted without we knowing, and it is always happening from family members first, and then you have to watch first before you even start watch the extended people. Then remember me tell you this. When I see CMR standing before the judge, I say I feel sad, Come here, say another one of our black men just sell out them life. Can you imagine? Give them another year or two. How much and where they would be, how powerful them would be. They are so powerful right now. And it just brings me to a conclusion where my grandmother always say, you see, black man, them can thief, but them can't hide. And they will never know how to handle real power. So guys, I'm going to share some videos with you of in the court and some clipping of the police report, what was said, and between the victim, the accused, and the police officers. And we can talk in the comment section. In one of the videos, you'll see where the judge gave him strict instructions informing CMR that he is not allowed to return to the house where the listed victim is at. He was only granted to do so once after he released on bond to get his belongings closed, and it will be under police supervision. The judge also informed him that he'll be released on bond under special conditions. You have no contact whatsoever with the listed victims. That means no contact whatsoever, directly or indirectly. And you will never return to the scene of the offense. In other words, CMR, You're not going to live back in that new nice house again because that is where the child live. So guys, here are the videos and we talk after.
That was on buoy, correct? Yeah. Madam Clerk has made note of that, and that will be granted. Cushane Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
I reviewed a probable cause charging affidavit that charges you with lascivious behavior of the child, and I do find probable cause. I will appoint the office, well, actually, this indicates that you don't qualify for the Office of Public Defender. Sir, raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
So this affidavit that I'm looking at says that you have take-home pay of about $55,000 a year, correct?
Say that again?
It says you have take-home pay after taxes of about $55,000 a year.
That's the calculation I made for this year. Prior year, we were doing, because I'm self-employed, I was doing well, but based on finances, it seemed this year.
All right, so you're in jail right now. Do you get any money while you're in jail from your job?
No, ma'am. What I do is
Just yes or no?
oh, no, ma'am.
All right, and you have VA benefits of $2,500 a month that you're receiving?
Yes, ma'am. And 13 something for schooling, but that ends in when this semester ends, which should be end of this month.
All right, that's the $1,300 you're referring to?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, based on his verbal testimony, I will find that he's got debts of $10,000 and he's incarcerated. He's not earning the income currently. So I will find that he does qualify for the services of the court-appointed attorney, and I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent him.
Thank you.
With respect to the charge, sir, of little lascivious behavior or molestation, state wish to be heard. Is this, I don't think it's a dangerous crime.
That is correct. We would be motioning the court to help the defendant no bond at this time under Florida Statute 907-041 5D. We would be motioning for a pretrial.
deny your request. I'm going to set bond, given what I'm reading in the probable cause charging affidavit. And I'm going to set bond, sir, in the sum of $7,500 with special condition that you have no contact whatsoever with a listed victim. That means no contact whatsoever. Directly or indirectly, you will not return to the scene of the offense. You'll maintain separate residences. In other words, you won't be living with the child. Do you understand that?
Roger that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, he's just requesting a one-time return with law enforcement to get his things.
I'll grant that, a one-time return.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, this footage was not easy to watch because such a powerful influencer should not be in court for this kind of accusation. However, his bond was set at $7,500 based on his earnings per year. And of course, his wife Chrissy paid 10% deposit for the bond, so he was bonded out. Just bear in mind that once he's in lockup, he will not be earning because his earnings is based on content creating on social media. He don't have a structured business or he's working for anyone apart from his benefits from the army. Talking about the army, CMR, you're ex-military. Your job has been to protect and serve, especially the innocent that can't help themselves. This is a ghastly shame, and you have no one to blame but yourself for lusting after anyone else but your wife. Even after cheating allegations that had happened recently, where the whole drama was played out on social media, I think at least you would have learned from that. But I guess you're one of those typical black men that saying, oh, man a man, and I say, wife forgive me, she don't know how the thing set, you know. Yeah man, and you just continue doing the same thing over and over. Just remember, say, and at the same time leaf go a water bottom, it's rotten. Now your day has come to stand up. So guys, join me, let us go through the full police report on the whole incident. So guys, here is the arrest report in the CMR case. Let us read. It should be noted that Dash was sleeping on the bed beside her. The child was wearing a spaghetti strap tank top and long pajama pants. It should be noted that there are a total of 4 female children in the household, with the victim being the eldest. So guys, basically, common sense would tell you which household it is. There is 4 female children in the household, the victim being the eldest one. Okay, we'll continue. There is a baby monitor camera in the bedroom, but it only shows live video, meaning that it only records what is going on at the time. Nothing is saved. It does not see it here, it does not save the recordings. This is accessible via an application on whoever named phone, and she also believed that this person also have access to it as well. Common sense dictate whose phone it will be on, who are the head of the household. Okay, this information was provided by obviously the person who is the victim. Okay, Dash agreed to the forensic interview and one transported the child to the center. A forensic interview was completed with the child protection team at the Howard Phillips Center for Children. I attempted to make contact with the suspect at his residence around 2100 hours at his residence with negative contact. They never get through to him. DCF placed the children under a safety plan where they remain with a family friend and would not be allowed to return to the home until a later time. This simply means from the start of the investigation, they make sure to remove the children because they don't want the accused to have access to them to manipulate the situation. So it was in protection of the victim as well, worse they are minors. We continue. At 08:20 hours on the 2nd of November 2024, I, along with Officer Calixto and Officer Kashila, made contact with the suspect at his residence. I presented the information about the allegations to him. He indicated that there were cameras in the bedroom and it would show he never went to the room. The thing with it is that response is manipulative because, as you can see above where the cameras were mentioned, those cameras are not cameras that record anything. They are just active viewing cameras where you can see what is going on. Nothing is recorded and left and stay where you can go back and look what happened for the day, what happened the last hour, nothing like that. And he fully well knew that. So why did he say that? The explanation he provided was that yesterday morning, yesterday morning would have been at that time when he was spoken to. He went to the room to wake up the victim and she was on the floor playing with herself. The suspect stated when he saw that, he yelled at her to get back into bed. He said he then went to get the other kids ready for school. He indicated that this was not the first time this has happened. He advised he is based on his social media account. He believes the victim is a good kid and is smart and does not cause issues. He later indicated she was a liar and has stated in the past to a family friend that he has concerns that she would make lies against him. He used the example that she once told the police that she did not see Dash hit him but saw him hit Dash and he was arrested for domestic violence. Right there I could fill in the blanks because what he's saying that she said she saw when he hit her mother but never saw when the mother hit him. No, CMR, if you are saying that this is not the first time you're going in her room and see her playing with herself, why did not you go and call Chrissy, the mother? Why you never tell the mother about this situation going on? And from this situation is going on, as you claim, you should further make sure so you stay as far away from that girl as possible. You should not really be going into the room then because she's a teenager, and if you're thinking that these things might possibly happen and so on, you would at least make the mother be on top of this. Right then and there, you're just playing yourself, you're capping, because it does not make sense at all. Continuing, based off the investigation, Cushane Carter was placed under arrest. He was placed in my department, issued handcuffs which were double locked and checked for a proper fit. Cushane was transported to Apoko Police Department and then to Orange County BRC without incident. My department issued body worn camera was on and active for this entire event. The case is to be cleared by arrest. On the 2nd of November 2024, I, Officer Kasheta, with the Apopka Police Department, was notified of this case by Detective Shah. I responded to -- in Apopka. Upon arrival, I assisted Detective Shah interviewing Cushane Carter. I read Cushane his Miranda warnings off of my department issued Miranda card prior to any questioning, to which he stated he understood and was willing to answer a question. Detective Shah's probable cause is as follows. On November the 1st, 2024, at 13:17 hours, this case was referred over to Apopka Police Department from Detective Talley at Okai Police Department. The incident involves a child making a disclosure about sexual molestation dash that occurred this morning dash, and as you know, because it's a minor, certain names and places is going to be protected, but you guys can read behind the line. Alright, so what I want to know now is that clearly it is there to see that Chrissy was not the person who reported this incident. Now it made me start to look at Chrissy's side eyes, because you want to tell me that your child did not feel comfortable to come to you and tell you this was happening. It was so burning that when the child reached school, the child had to say something at school. No, Chrissy, the way how you give off a Taliban kind of a mother, oh so protective. You and CMR give off on a play a pretty joke. Or what is this? Why this child felt the need to do this out of the home? She never felt like she could confide in anyone in the home. This not look good, Chrissy. That's why when I hear some of them a bash you and so on, them know why them a bash you and so on. I try not to, because up until reaching this section in the report, I still was having some kind of lenience towards you. So you are telling me that the child never felt comfortable to talk to you about these things happening? Or did she make some reference to it some time ago, because it's not the first time it's happening, and you basically just push it under the carpet? Because the child obviously is uncomfortable, that it affected her so much that even when she reached school, she had to say to someone. Now I'm going to continue reading the report. At 14:19 hours, I went to the school and made contact with the victim. The child agreed to speak with me about the incident from this morning. I asked her what happened, and she disclosed that had come into her room this morning and touched her shoulders and breast area over her clothing. She stated he then picked her up and placed her on the floor of her bedroom at the foot of her bed. Remember earlier, in the report, it was stated that somebody else was on the bed with her, maybe one of our little sisters. So it is understandable about him placing her on the floor. Just maybe chances are that's what made him not go any further, because somebody else was in the room. Me say me angry for you, CMR. Honestly, me angry for you. Believe me. Remember me tell you. Me don't know. Oh, Chrissy come bail you out. Honestly, me I look upon her different. Believe me. Let me continue. The child said he then pulled down her pants to her knees and then stopped and pulled them back up. She was wearing underwear at the time. The child stated this has happened twice before. Once approximately 6 months ago, and then last year around the winter time. On those occasions, he only touched her over her breast area with his hands. The victim appeared to be forthcoming but did not want Dash to get into trouble, because she did not want Dash to think he is a bad person. You know the wickedest thing? When the victims start to victimize them own self. Because in all this, she was really wishing she never had to report you, because she's saying, different from that, you're a nice person to her. Of course, you always say she can get anything she wants. You always spout it on social media. So it's not something she really wanted to do, You understand? So right then and there, you see that? She still was looking out for you. So how can you want to say that this child is possibly lying? She ultimately wanted an adult only to speak to him and tell him not to do this anymore. You see what I'm saying? So she never felt comfortable to go to mommy and make mommy speak to him about it. She had to go outside and get an adult outside to speak to him. Angry. Me angry bad. It should be noted that Dash was sleeping on the bed beside her. That means probably it's one of her relative, the little sisters or someone was sleeping beside her. Of course, you can't give out any names right now because the situation is still in court. The child was wearing a spaghetti strap tank top and long pajama pants. It should be noted that there are a total of 4 female children in the household, with the victim being the oldest. Now that in a nutshell explains exactly which household we are talking about. There is a baby monitor camera in the bedroom, but it only shows live video. It does not save the recordings. This is accessible via an application on Dash phone. She believes Dash also has access as well. Of course, mommy and daddy have access. I think those are the names that's there. This information was provided by Dash. Of course, the victim name. Agreed to the forensic interview, and I transported the child to the center. So obviously, our elder, maybe the mother, agreed to the forensic interview because it's out of her hand anyway, from police involved, so she have to agree. And she was transported to the center. A forensic interview was completed with the child protection team at the Howard Phillips Center for Children. I attempted to make contact with the suspect at his residence around 2,100 hours at his residence with negative contact. DCF placed the children under a safety plan where they remain with a family friend and would not be allowed to return to the home until a later time. At 08:20 hours on the 11th of the 2nd, 24, I, along with Officer Calixto and Officer Kashita, made contact with the suspect at his residence. I presented the information about the allegations to him. He indicated that there are cameras in the bedroom and it would show he never went to the room. That's a lie. The explanation he provided was that yesterday morning he went into the room to wake up the victim and she was on the floor playing with herself. The suspect stated when he saw that he yelled at her to get back into bed. He said he then went to get the other kids ready for school. He indicated this was the first time this has happened. He advised he's a Dash, probably saying that he's an influencer based on his social media account. He believes the victim is a good kid and is smart and does not cause issues. He later indicated she was a liar and has stated in the past to a family friend that he has concerns that she would make lies against him. He used the example that she once told the police that she did not see Dash hit him but saw him hit Dash and he was arrested for domestic violence. And of course, CMR Cushane Carter was arrested. You know, I had to read this over twice to make it make sense to me. You guys can freeze it and read it for yourselves. But this is an utter disgrace and a total teardown of Bran Carter, the Carter family. I want to thank Voice of Victims for the copy of this report. Anyway, let me say this. I know most of you Jamaicans, especially when it's your friend or someone you're lusting after, them can't seem to do anything wrong. And you guys would want to say, yeah man, I saw them tear down black man and this and that. Remember that CMR tear down himself. Nobody told CMR to go and did what he did. So me no want to hear them kind of stupid comments about us. So them always do black man. When is it we going to make black man stand and take responsibilities for their action instead of making excuses for them? Because you lot will find every reason to victim blame the same victim that is already going through so much. That is why when you check it out, 90% of Jamaicans experience this kind of acts perpetrated on them, whether it went all the way or not, whether they want to admit it or not. And when you check it, most never get any justice. Most end up getting blamed for something they have no powers over. It is so rampant in the society that many accept it as part of how things set and turn a blind eye to the victim's plight, because you lot will find every reason to find every excuse for the accuser and blame the victim. One thing I know is the biggest red flag of them all: how Chrissy allow camera without recording in her daughter's room, attached to her phone and possibly attached to CMR phone. Can you imagine when that child go to the bathroom to have a shower and get back to her room to get ready? If that is being displayed on people's phone for them to see? Or could it be Chrissy putting camera because she never trusted CMR in the first place? Just asking. And why the daughter felt like instead of telling her mother about something as intimate as this, she felt much safer to report it at school. Chrissy, me starting to look at your side eye now. Because you want to tell me you would never notice or suspected anything. Listen to me. As a woman, I do not believe you, because the way we fast and inquisitive and can pick up energies, you must suspect something somehow, somewhere. Just maybe you thought you had it under control. Anyway, guys, please chat in the comment section and let me know what you think about the situation. Yeah? And of course, we can agree to disagree respectfully. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.